Oh, well. Mm, am I live? Hello? Yes, I'm live. Hello. Happy Sunday to everyone. Well, not everyone, but happy Sunday to most people in the world. The day of rest. YouTube, you are live. I know I'm live. Thank you for the notification. So that is working, that notification center thing. Thank you for that. So just message. Oh shit, I forgot to tell. Oh, I forgot to tell somebody I was live. Never mind. Anyway, we're going to go over the art of begging today. Hello, darling. Hello, my Claire. Right. So, just wait a moment. See if we can get some more people in. Hello, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly. Right, hello. Somewhere over the rainbow is a fantastic. Hello, El. Good morning. Somewhere over the rainbow is the person exposing Natalie Bain. So that person is a legend. Hello, Little Welsh Witch. I love that name. I've also got a friend called Welsh Rolls. Anyway, guys, I've been secretly, well, not secretly, but I've been quietly in the background watching Justin, Molly, and all the rest of the absolute begs. And I want to show you a masterclass in how to Welsh Rose. Hello, the day you do the rest of the laundry, the rest of the housework, the rest of the garden, the rest of anything else you put off. Very well said. Thank you, well, darling. I'm actually short Welsh and herbalist, which sounds interesting. I shall check you out. I like anything like that. I'm very interested in other things that apart from that aren't in my little world. Right, so I just want to get into this straight away, just so I can get it off my chest. About Justice for All, fronted by Justin. Justin, the most boring man on the fucking planet, who did actually put me to sleep. You spoke her name. I don't know. That was really wicked, wasn't it? Sorry, I always get distracted, when I read the comments. Anyway, so yeah, Justin gives you a masterclass here, right? I'm going to show you it in how to manipulate your audience, how to emotionally blackmail them. There isn't a tear in this guy's eyes. Just watch for yourself anyway. I'm covered by the Fair Use Act as well. So don't give me all your strike business as well. This is for the purposes of entertainment and commentary and blah blah blah. I shall put it in the comments. I shall put it in the description of this video. So I have every right. Justin is a public figure. Molly is Molly also has Dre's name in her mouth again. Obviously, because her numbers are dropping, so she's going for Dre, and she's going for the whole "I'm not a scammer. How dare I was called a scammer? Oh no! How dare people call me a scammer? Because you're a fucking scammer. That's why, love. You're a scammer. 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 There you go. Molly, stop being in denial of what you are. And Justin, you are possibly one of the most sick weirdos ever. Let's have a look at Justin in action anyway, right? I need to just go and show you and see You tell me if this is not a masterclass in how to manipulate people into giving you money. And just watch, right? Because it works. As soon as the tears come out, as soon as, well, there's no tears there. I don't believe he's got tear ducts because he's had so much surgery on his face. I don't think his tear ducts are working, but I don't want to go down that route of trying to drag him on his looks. Let's not do that today. It's the Sabbath. I'm sorry. Anyway, Justin was live 2 days ago. Well, he's just been live every night, hasn't he? Blah, 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 reading public information. Can I just point out as well, just another thing quite quickly? How is their voices just... I'm just reading that, sorry. So, right, let's just get into this and have a look at this beggy bastard, right? Honestly, right. So Justin is live the other day. It's 2 days ago. It's still up on his channel. What he does is he's reading out public information. So, guys, all you morons who are sending him money, going, Justin, you're so brave. Brave for what? Brave for reading public information. Molly also decided to dox the mother. Oh gosh, there's so much to cover actually today. Molly decided that it was a good idea. The Idaho murders, right, are horrific. There is no denying what has happened there is horrific. But to try and blame the suspected killer's mother is fucking disgusting. Molly, who the fuck do you think you are, giving that woman's information out live? Like, she was giving out, she poked her phone into the screen. Oh, there she is. Listen, you honestly, I wish I could get this woman on live with me because I'd literally drag her. I know she thinks she's good with words and she's fast, but Molly, you're not that fast, actually. In fact, you're slowing down in your fucking old age, you decrepit bitch. But yeah, Molly has gone out all hard at the moment. She's going back to the Dre stuff. She went on this 5-minute rant on one of her lives about how she's not a scammer. I'm not a scammer. How dare Miss Letitia was called a scammer. Miss Letitia's been scared away. No, I don't think that's the truth. Is it really? Has she been scared away, or has she just fucked off because she's got enough money? I think my last answer is right. So don't give me that bullshit that she was frightened off the internet. I don't understand. The begging on YouTube is insane. Someone I'm going to be talking about. Oh, was begging for it. Right, can I just, right, before, I know I always do this. I say I'm going to be dead organized and I say I'm going to keep the live stream on track, but I want to promote my friend. The begging on YouTube is insane. Someone I'm going to be talking about, whilst begging for rent money, told someone to go worry about about putting your mother to rest. She lost her mother last week. Well, can I just say I'm really sorry to that person who's lost their mum, and whoever that bastard was who said that. You are a sick, twisted individual. How dare you tell somebody to do that? Bastard. I can't swear to Sabbath. Oh, sorry, let me just read out these. I want to just promote Welsh Rose. She's an absolute legend. I love the way she speaks and I love the way she does our commentary. I love the way she does everything. Our channel's fantastic, and I don't know how she hasn't got more subscribers than she has, but she needs more, and more. Go and sub to Welsh Rose. She's doing good stuff out here. She's talking about begging. She's talking about the grifters. She's talking about all the bad people out here. Welsh Rose is a good apple. I'm really, really, really sorry. This is Welsh Rose's channel. I'm so sorry that person. That must have, this is what they do though. They go for the jugular when somebody speaks out against them. I've had it done to me. I'm over it and done, right? But this is what they do. They try and silence you by being vile and bringing up the one and only thing that'll break your heart. And obviously, that was heartbreaking. I can't let me just compose myself. I'm not going to do it, Justin. But if somebody's lost their mum, obviously they're going through a really rough time, and you obviously just went for the jugular, whoever it was, and said the worst thing possible. And that's what they do. They hurt you so much that you want to go away. Well, they've done that to me, and I've been hurt, and I'm back, and I'm not going anywhere. Um, what I have worked out is I need to get rid of quite a few of my subscribers, right? Because they're not here for the same content that the listen from last year to this year, right? My content's completely changed, right? And um yeah, I'm not talking about the hunting community anymore. I'm not talking about what's wrong with it. I'm not talking about who's wrong, who's right, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to know anymore. It's just a shit show. And it's a shit show that's being monitored and looked after by a load of other people who are all over it. Some of the hunting teams are absolutely amazing and fantastic, and I absolutely adore the work they do. But some of them are absolutely a shit show too. But I'm over it. I've got all them videos hidden. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I have no interest in what is happening in the pedophile hunting community world anymore. I have no interest in what teams are doing well and what teams aren't doing well. I do share stuff on Facebook where I think if somebody's a good team or whatever, but that's by the by. Hello, Wayne. Oh God, hello. This is Wayne. Wayne knows me from Facebook. So yeah, I don't want to talk about the hunting teams anymore. I'm over that, right? It's nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. And there's a lot of people who monitor them and look at them, and they are like much better at doing it than me anyway. Like I don't want to know about the hunting community stuff anymore. So yeah, I'm over that. And I know a lot of people were over here thinking that I was going to talk about that, but I'm not. I don't know. I actually don't know what's going on, to be honest, in the hunting community. A lot of the time I get lost with it all because there's so much going on. But some are good, some are bad. The hunting stuff is boring now. Same old shit. Oh, good point, Wayne. Um, right. Anyway, let me just give you right. This guy is called Justice for All, and he's talking about the Idaho murders, and he is Molly. He's Molly's sidekick, and he kind of like he slides in the background, and he's not really like he doesn't really come up front a lot, but he does go on all of our lives and stuff. And what they do is the drag families who are going through the worst possible tragedies. Worst. And like I said a few lives ago, the reason that brought me here was because last year I was the person spreading misinformation. I was the person spreading all the bad stuff about Dre McRae and all that stuff. And I honestly feel like I shouldn't have done that, and I want to put that right as much as I can. And by highlighting how they do it. So let's just have a look at Justin and the way he does it. 2 seconds. Let me just share my screen. The file is called Beggy Beg. Oh shit. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, I pressed settings. Share. So share. Right, so I'm going to share this, and hopefully you can see now. Can somebody just let me know that that you can. Oh no, I need to add that to screen. Oh! Oh God, what is wrong with me today? Right, so that is add. Right, let me go. Add, share. Right, so this is Justin in action. Right, so he's talking about the Idaho murders, right? And this is how he are these American, yes, they are, Wayne. It's something new though, Wayne. It's something completely different to like everything else I've babbled on about. Um and like I say, last year I did spread a lot of bad stuff about Mrs. McCrae and Dream McCrae, and I want to try and put that right. And this is how I'm going to try and do it, by showing you how these grifters work. So this is Justice for All live, right? And this is how he, just watch the super chats come up, right? As soon as this guy pretends he's crying, pretends that he's got some sort of like any emotion for these people whatsoever. It's pathetic. But this is how it's done. Are you going to international alcohol? Oh, I wish, Wayne. Oh. Oh, God. Right. I just need to find the phone. Why is he not speaking?
Didn't Kaylee work?
Oh, there he is.
Temp
Right.
at that. Yes. Yes.
Sorry about that, but here we go.
Yes. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know where you're from, but God bless you wherever you are. Thank you.
Wait for the super chats coming.
Very kind. If anyone else wants to donate, my throat would like it. I've never asked for a super chat in my life except for I never will again, probably. Hold on. Let me find this. Let me get this Google Drive.
Cheers.
Guys, listen. Now we know. I'm about ready to cry.
Not a tear in sight.
That is why the father said he didn't have to go up the stairs, in my opinion.
In your opinion. Tears. Watch the super chats flow now.
That is why he didn't have to. That is why the parents, there was a rift between the two. That is why.
That is why. Right, watch. Boom, boom, boom. Here they come.
Sad.
Oh, he switched his camera off to cry. Watch the super chats flow.
These are people's lives.
Yeah, Justin.
Okay, I see you. What else is there in there? 233.
Cash App. Famo going across the screen.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for the super chats. That's very kind of you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't know what I'm.
Right. I'll just stop there, right? Can everyone see, or is it just me, like how like manipulative that was, and how like did you see how he done it? So he starts to pretends to cry, right? And then all the tears start flowing. Not a tear in sight though, guys. There's not a tear. I think Amber Heard could have done a better job than him. Yeah, he does. He does this. So this is right. He does this slow pause in between words to make it all sound dead dramatic, and all he's doing is reading public information. He would be turned down for his standouts. Right, I'm going to go back to it. Right, and this is just honestly, it's a masterclass in manipulating your audience and showing how to get the super chats flowing. Because if as soon as he pretended to start to cry, that was it. You know, the super chats flowed, the money started coming in. He was, he was happy.
What I'm supposed to. Brian tweeted, okay, let's go there. Oh, fuck
me. Not one tear. Not one. Public information.
No bail for Koberger, his attorney asked, but judge denied. Victim's family in front row crying when names were read.
Look at that. Can you see that on there, right? Have you seen it? Thank you for seeing how dumb I listen. Right. Somebody says, Justin, thank you for reading that out so well. What? What? So he gets all that money paid to him whilst these families are grieving, and he gets all that money paid to him for reading out public information. What? What is wrong with people? I know a load of channels that read out this stuff and go over this stuff, and they do it for free. They don't give it, they don't have super chats flowing. They don't have the dramatic pauses and crying in between. Like, it's just, this is like his followers. I really, really don't understand where they're coming from. I don't get it.
Crying when names are read. Next status hearing will be in 1 week. Those kids didn't have to die. They literally didn't have to die.
Oh, I know
That's,
that.
It's a tragedy that they did die, but they didn't have to. That's the thing. They did not have to die.
Oh, pointing out the obvious. Right.
A trillion gazillion times more than I ever thought.
Mate, Americans have more money than sense.
Didn't Taylor work?
No offense, Al. Yes. No. I won't take it.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Shut up, Becky Bag. Right. So did everyone watch that, right? And come to the same conclusion? I have sense and no money. Al's lovely. So like, I'm blown away, right, that people are throwing money at him, right? Throwing money at him because he's reading out public information, and it's public information on it is a tragedy, and what happened in Idaho is absolutely it's horrific, and He's getting paid to say things like they didn't have to die. Well, we know they didn't have to die, but there was a psycho murderer out there. It just does not. It doesn't make any sense. And then we've got Molly crying because she's getting called a scammer. She is. She says that without a crystal ball is talking about her. Well, actually, it's our guest who doesn't even know the full name. She calls her the crystal ball lady. So this is how stupid our guest was as well. Where is Molly's last live? Well, I wanted to, because I'm not bringing her up because she's the strike queen and she is looking to strike anyone and everyone. And I'm not monetized in any way, shape, or form. I don't get any money. Oh, I've got to listen to one of our adverts. That means I've just made the bitch some money. Oh no, not a second one. Right, so yeah, she starts babbling, right? I don't know how she's making any comparison to what's happened in Idaho to what happened with her fraud raiser involving Marvin McRae. I don't understand where she's connecting the two. Is she's just trying? She doesn't make any sense at the moment. I think she's high on pain pills or something. Right. Right, what in Molly's live, right? A lot of people have called her out, so she's not happy because a lot of people were saying, do you know, because she was dragging Brian's mother, the suspected killer of the Idaho Cullens. This Molly decided that it would be a good idea to drag the mother and give the mother a load of abuse and body and say that she's disgusting and all this shit. The only criticism I have is the conclusion that too many people with absolutely no common sense. Yeah, I have no common sense, God. I really don't get it. Potheads and Drama, well, I had a look at their page and they've also clipped a little bit of this as well. Because it's just a masterclass in how to get your audience to feel sorry for you and how to get them to send you money. So let's have a listen to Molly whinging on, right? I think post-COVID, it makes it easier to beg for money when we have been cut off from. Yeah, I think that's what happened a lot, Elle, to be honest. Because I know throughout lockdown, I went live with and just went live and talked a load of shit. Really, just had a general laugh. Actually, we just Wayne was on them, and we used to have a laugh, and we used to just go live and talk about whatever. But most of us were on lockdown, so we didn't have much interaction with the outside world or nothing. So the lives were all we had. And then when the world went back to normal, I stopped doing them lives and stuff, and I know a lot of other people did because obviously they were back out in the world. But people who are maybe stuck indoors or don't have a lot of social interaction, maybe they are still stuck on these channels like Justice for All, Molly Golightly, and all the rest of them because it's kind of company, but it's vile company because Molly's not nice to anybody unless you're sending her money. She is awful. She dismisses anybody. There was quite a few people, like I say, in our chat who were saying, "Oh, we don't agree with it. We don't think dragging his mum is a very good idea. Innocent or proven guilty." But these guys, these true crime people, the drama true crime, there is a massive portion of YouTube that are wicked and really amazing at what they do with the true crime podcasting and that kind of stuff. You know, they're really good at what they do. But these guys aren't. They're involved in loads of drama and loads of other stuff and scamming. And obviously, they want the scam of 2020 2022 to go away. They want everyone to forget about how much money they made off the back of the McRae family's tragedy. But a lot of people don't want to forget that, and don't want them to forget either, because they should be made accountable for it. So let's have a listen to her crying about being called a scammer anyway. She's talking. So there she goes. She's back on to talking about Dre, talking about our children, talking about our parenting. And I don't know where she's got this from, this new bit of yes, thank you to Plan B, the wicked. Molly struck them and got their channel took down though, unfortunately. I don't want to understand how she thinks the mother is to blame. I don't. She has a tendency to go after the victims. She does, and she really goes after Brian's mum here. And what you've got to remember is Brian's mum is dealing with the fact that her son has just been arrested for the most heinous crimes ever. So the woman is probably in shock. Like, she doesn't know. She didn't know that he was going to go out and do that. She didn't make him go out and do that. She is, his mother's just as much a victim as anyone else. I'm sorry if that offends anyone or makes anyone, makes anyone uncomfortable. But his mum has just found out that her son is being accused of the most horrific thing ever. She's been dragged all over TV and now all over YouTube. Like, why do these people think that it's right to go after the mum? What has this woman done apart from give birth to somebody who is possibly going to be found guilty of some of the worst crimes ever? I don't understand why she dragged the mum last. I really don't get it. And why is nobody else in our chat? There's only very few. I know you get attacked when you go in there, but just go in and see. Look, I think it's wrong. I went in there and said I thought she was wrong. She started screaming, but I didn't go in as Unleashed because I don't think she knows that I exist, and I'm quite happy for Molly not to know I exist. But let's just carry on listening to how she babbles on and how she drags Dre into it again. She drags Dre's parenting, and then she has a little talk about the fraud raiser. Huh? Me. So Molly is talking about the fraud raiser again. She's talking about Marvin. She's talking about how she got called a scammer, how our reputation took a knock. So she is bitter and twisted that she got involved in the Dre McRae case, I think. I think she massively regrets it now because she didn't know the backlash was going to be this big. She didn't know someone like his mum is dealing with accused of 4 murders, and that's got to, because it is. Do you know what? When somebody's like, when anybody's mother or father is like finds out that their son or daughter has been accused of like some of the most heinous crimes ever. It must be the biggest shock ever. These women do not give birth to somebody and then go, oh yeah, go out in the world and do the most horrific things to people. I just don't get it. But it's Molly all over. Attack the victim, attack the victim, attack the victim. You know, his mum as much, like I say, his mum as much as a victim as anyone else. She didn't know. She didn't try and cover up. She didn't try and help. What she done wrong? Nothing apart from be his mum. And I don't know if, you know, I know there's a lot of like there's loads of evidence and all that, but you're still innocent till proven guilty. And his mum must be thinking, well, this is my son still. It must be hard for. I know a lot of parents will disown their children after they've done something horrific, but that's up to them. That's their decision, isn't it? Let's let them deal with it. Not drag them. It was really, really. Hello, Mark. To drag someone's mum who's just been like I say, he's just been accused. Brian has just been accused of the most horrific crime, and then for her to go after his mum, she put his mum's private details out there, even though I think they're out there already. But she did put her phone up to the screen, and if it was one of our details, it would be a doxing. So I don't understand how she's any different than anybody else. Anybody else who's getting doxed. Why should she put the mum's information out there? How dare she? I don't know who she thinks she is, honestly. Let's have another listen, because this was quite interesting, because I think this is how she's starting to regret what she done. I think she regrets going into the Dre McRae stuff. I really think she regrets it now, because she knows that a lot of people are speaking out. With someone like Nonsense on the Web came along and turned everything on its head, because I don't know anyone else who was speaking out about it apart from when Nonsense came along and she was dropping all this information that none of us knew about Miss Letitia and the whole group of, I think it was called Exposing Dre McRae. I can't remember the name of the group, or Justice for Vaughn, sorry, it was called. And it had, thousands of members. But in the background, if you can go on Nonsense on the Web and have a look on her Facebook page, and you can see all the stuff that she dropped about how the admins of that group and Letitia were working together to maximize the money, to maximize when she was going on with Molly, to maximize all the money making, really. Mark's lovely, by the way. Mark's from the UK, and I know him from Facebook. He's lovely. So anyway, Mark, I know this might all be like foreign to you, but I'll give you a little recap. It's just these guys, right? There is a section of YouTube that is called Tragedy Pimps, and these people, they jump on any tragedy that's happened. So the latest tragedy, as everybody knows, is in Idaho, where them students lost their life in the most worst way possible. But you've got people like Justice for All. There's Nonsense on the Web's page. Go and have a look if you don't believe me. All the stuff's there to show you how they were massively manipulating behind the scenes. The Justice for Vaughn admin were very sly in how they were. Well, in one of the screenshots that I remember very much is Miss Letitia's talking about how she wants to build up the audience for. She says she knows Molly's trying to build up the audience for maximum effect to get more cash. Well, you should have dropped Molly straight away then, shouldn't you? But you didn't. Still friends with her too. My head's done with Facebook, my Facebook down because I couldn't show it. Oh no, Mark, really, mate? Well, I know, do you know what? Facebook's been an absolute arsehole at the moment, isn't it? And I know it's taken away. And you're harmless. Mark is somebody who just follows people on Facebook and he's lovely. He just comments on people's lives and stuff. He's not a troll or anything like that. He's just a really nice, just a nice person. So I don't understand. You see, Facebook is one of the most mind-boggling places ever on the planet. Somebody in my just have a little drift off here. Somebody in one of my Facebook groups had something had been shared where a dog had attacked a predator, a paedophile, and a lot of people were commenting whether they thought it was right or wrong. And somebody commented a really, really, quite a sensible comment saying, I wouldn't have put my dogs at risk for a predator. I would have done it myself. And then Facebook banned them. Well, not banned them, sorry. They took the comment down and our group got a warning for it. And then just out of nowhere, a group popped up and it had the worst possible name ever. It was called, I don't know how to say it. Well, can I say it? The group that it's called Spastics with Admin Power. And that group is a group title. And that popped up at the same time as I was asking for a review on the comment made by one of the people in the group. And I just thought it was really ironic that the person's comment was really harmless versus this group name, which is a word that has been outcasted in the UK for ages. People might still use it, but it's not used in public anymore. A lot of people, have gone away from that kind of language, but Facebook's on its own. It doesn't. I don't understand Facebook at all. I don't get it. I don't get how they make their decisions. I don't get it. A lot of it, just like YouTube. Like, why is I've said this 100 times, and I know it's boring, and I know they're not going to take them down now. But look at all the videos that are still up about Vaughn, about Dre, and they're all lies. Each and every one of them. A lot of them. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. If you type Dre McRae into YouTube, you are met with a barrage of absolute untruths. But you know what we can do, guys, just to make it a little bit better, right? There is a beautiful channel, and it's called The Missing Puzzle Pieces. And what The Missing Puzzle Pieces is trying to do, I know I always babble on about them, and I know I always try and push them, but I love them. The Missing Puzzle Pieces is because a lot of the stuff what we seen last year, oh, you're a lovely guy, Mark. I never see you trolling or seeing anything nasty to anyone. I don't know. Listen, I believe in everyone. Each and everyone can behave the way they want to on Facebook. It's up to them, isn't it? But if they take someone's account like yours, not all of us are not safe, especially not me, because I'm quite outspoken sometimes. Well, all the time. Anyway, guys, on a cheerful note, I wanted to have a look at the missing puzzle pieces. Like I said, last year, I was sharing a lot of stuff that was cut and shut, pieces of live stuck together. There we go, Al. Oh, I love Al. Thank you for doing that. That's the missing puzzle pieces, guys. Go and check them out. So last year, there was a lot of videos clipped and put together that were made to make Mrs. McRae look really bad. And I believed a lot of them as well because they were very well done. And, psycho music in the background, her flying with a knife. It all looks kind of bad. But I want to just put this out there because yesterday I got a little bit of shit on Facebook saying, how can you defend a woman who's done what she's done? I am not defending Dre in any way, shape, or form on the things she done wrong. I know she done wrong. I know there was a lot of things that I wouldn't have done, and a lot of other people wouldn't have done either. But that was her choice, and she done it, and that's it. She's done it. Maybe she regrets it, who knows? Because at the moment, Dre doesn't have a voice. Because can you imagine if Dre went live on Facebook at the moment? There would be absolute, hundreds of trolls in there, hundreds of people who have got all this misinformation on her, who still think she's this evil being, where I don't. I think she was a family woman who had a weird diet, who had a bit of a weird, we all do things that wrong. Exactly. We've all done wrong. I've done the worst stuff. Like, I've done some terrible things in my life and I regret it. But I hopefully, I've hopefully put it right by not being a bad person and make it. Do you know what? If you can recognize when you've been a twat, when you've been horrible, at least you can say, well, I can recognize it and I know I shouldn't have done it and I'm trying to rectify it. Anyway, the missing puzzle pieces. Let me just quickly have a look, see what the newest one is. I'm just having a look at the missing puzzle pieces. One moment. One momento. Guys, as well, I'm gonna do. I don't know if Welsh Rose is still here, but I wanted to ask her if she wants to do. What's next for the royal family? Missing puzzle. Sorry. Missing puzzle pieces. There we go. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And anyway, so they've got 600 and odd subscribers. Right. I'm going to share. I'll try and be a nice person to Mark Roberts. It's hard to do some days. It is. And that's right. It's difficult for me to try sometimes and hold back on what I really want to say about people like Justin and Molly and all the rest of them who are tragedy pimps. They pimp out their newest tragedy all the time. And people need to be aware of them. Keep away from them. Just stay away from them. I think a lot of people have been sucked into Molly's drama as well, because she was doing some stupid live the other day when I went on, and she had people she ringing in who were just, it was all pretty shit. And if that's entertainment, like, well, good for you, but stop throwing money at her. The missing puzzle pieces. Here we go. So the missing puzzle pieces channel about. Right, I'll just read it out for you guys anyway, right? So you can just have a little. I am a Slay with Dre McRae follower. So anybody who thinks Andrea's behind this is wrong as well. I am a Slay with Dre follower and Slay Mafia paid subscribed member since it first started. I've had front row seats from day one to Dre and Von's life on social media. I have heard this so-called voiceless man speak out on several occasions. I have watched all of the Facebook pages, Facebook groups, YouTube channels expose the many narratives of who Dre McRae is and why justice for Von is needed. Let me point out that I have seen all the complete videos that have been posted in real time. I've been watching the edited in capitals videos being posted. I, of course, like anyone else, have my own opinion, and I do not agree or stand by everything Brie has done. Yay! That is exactly what I think. So anyway, let me carry on, because anybody who says that they are, trying to like I called my group Justice for Dre McRae, right? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't care, but I went with it and I wanted to, because I do think she is owed a bit of justice for what these people have done to her. And the missing puzzle pieces puts it in perfect context for me. But I do, right, I'll carry on, but I also do not think it's fair that the whole picture isn't being presented, especially Vaughn's POV in all of it. In all of the POV in all of this, since he is the reason we are supposedly this is all started, yet they do not show what he has said and shared many times. The content is here, so I am here to fill in the missing puzzle pieces for you. And they have had 45,000 views since they started, and they only started in on the 4th. So this channel started on the 14th of August 2022. So right up until the 14th of August 2022, the only information that was getting put out there was by people who had a narrative to fill. So until the missing puzzle pieces come along, until other channels like myself, I think Nonsense on the Web was the first person I came across who was speaking out and saying this is all wrong. The Fraud Raiser, the whole hashtag Justice for Vaughn was an absolute scam, as we all know. And the missing puzzle pieces definitely hits you, where all these clip channels have put things together and clipped a little bit of Dre's live, clipped another bit of Dre's live, and then made it sound like she's not one of them was the worst one, which was she was accused of, was not feeding her children and starving them. And Molly is still continuing with that narrative. She still, even just last night on her live, still went to the same narrative of, she's this, she's that, she's the other. Molly, you don't have any facts or evidence to back up any of that. But the missing puzzle pieces, on the other hand, is showing you, like they say, this person behind this channel is a person who was a follower. So it's not somebody with a grudge to bear, or somebody who is got a narrative. Yeah, everyone's got a narrative, but this narrative is to show the truth. So let's give them a try and let's have a look at what they're doing. Some of their stuff is amazing. I want to go and try and find that video for you where it puts it right about the not feeding. And can I just point out as well, Molly Golightly has used the missing puzzle pieces as updates. So when she says, "Oh, I've got an update on Vaughn McRae," she hasn't got an update on Vaughn at all. She's got nothing apart from the missing puzzle pieces. She said on her live yesterday, "I know he's still there. I know this. I know that." No, you don't. Molly knows piss all. Nothing apart from what you think, like what you're guessing. And we can all guess, can't we, sweetheart? Right, I'm going to play this one. Right, guys, we're just going to listen to this for a moment, right? Bear with me. I know, like, a lot of people are going to think, oh, what is he talking about? Why does he want to talk about the missing puzzle pieces? I want to talk about them because they are giving you a fresh eyes on videos that you were looking at last year that were poisoning your mind about Dre. So, oh, I'm getting good at this. Molly tried to start a rumor mob. I know. Oh, L, I'm going to go over that. Do you know what? Thank you for reminding me, right? That is another thing, right? She done a hoax about 3 months ago where she said Marvon had passed away and she actually done it in real time live. She was live, and I believe that she was behind that whole account because it was a fake news channel. So she didn't fact check, she didn't look to find where information was coming from. What she done was she ran with it, and this channel that gave out the information that Marvon had passed away is well known as a channel that puts out a load of shit. Everybody knows it's bullshit. But she ran with it, and so did Justice for All. They ran with it too. They said, this is true, Marvon has passed away. She even put up a rest in peace Marvon thing, and it's still up on our Facebook page, The Sick Bitch. Actually, I'm going to go and have a look. Anyway, right, guys, I know it's boring, but just bear with me and listen to the missing puzzle pieces for one moment. I know you can go over to their channel and listen, but let's have a listen while we're here anyway. Oh, settings. I keep going for the wrong button. Present. Share screen. Share. Remove you. Sorry. Right, you should be able to hear now. I've just cut the sound there. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with the sound.
He's shaking and he's like, I don't know where I am. And then he looks at me and he's like, who are you? And I'm like, baby, I'm your wife.
Right. Guys, seeing as I got that so terribly wrong there, I'm sorry about the no sound. We'll just do it again, right? This is right, so this is called The Harsh Reality the McRaes Don't Want You to See. Right, let's go over it again. I'm sorry about the no sound. That was my fault completely.
It was really scary because, and just a reminder, what happens here stays here.
Right, read that. Although Dre and Vaughn had begun opening up more publicly about his health problems, like they were behind that kept behind that paywall. That is until certain individuals began cherry picking clips to paint a narrative, while facts such as these are conveniently overlooked. Brilliant.
Like, literally just a few minutes. I would say like maybe less than 20 minutes after I got off live, everything went down. He went to the bathroom and then, like, I don't remember what I went to go tell him. But he was looking down and looking just really depressed. And I knew he was about to have a seizure. So I grabbed his hand and I was like, baby, why don't you come lay down with me? Let's go to the bed. Oh, I think before I said, hey baby, what do you want to do? And then he's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well,
Right.
why don't you come lay down on the bed? So he starts walking.
Right, that was enough, right? I just wanted to quickly show. I know it's very quiet. I'm really sorry. I don't know what that was going on with the sound there, but I just wanted you to get a quick glimpse into how the missing puzzle pieces are trying to put it all together, guys. So you see how it said that a lot of the information that was being put out about Vaughn and Dre's relationship was being conveniently left out. So people like Molly, people like Justin were all running with this narrative that they had this terrible relationship and they never spoke about it and they didn't have any communication and they just pretended everything was all right. Well, they didn't. There you go. There you can see Andrea in a very distressed state, talking to her supporters. If you listen at the beginning of it, she says, guys, what happens in here stays in here. And she's in a supporter group, but obviously now everything's been dragged out of our supporter group. Most of the clip channels have admitted that they've been in there and they've taken out stuff. Can I just give full credit to the missing puzzle pieces? I will put a link to their channel in the description for this video, and I really appreciate them, and I want to say thank you to them for all the hard work they've done in putting them clips together, and for people like me to use. So thank you very, 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 very much to the missing puzzle pieces. Welsh Rose, I'm glad you're still here. I wanted to ask you something. So that was Dre there. She was massively opening up about her relationship and how they were having a few problems and whatever, like any normal marriage. So the other channels were all running with this narrative that she didn't, and she was, this vile character who was controlling and whatnot. But did you see the pain in that woman's face there? I seen it, and I think it was palatable. The pain in Dre's face alone there was awful. And I know people are going to go, oh, he's a Dre supporter, blah, blah, blah. I'm not. I'm just trying to give you both a perspective on both of them. Try and, instead of running with one narrative, which is the narrative that she's evil, she's twisted, and she's this horrible person, why not try and give somebody like the missing puzzle pieces a try and see what you think? And if you think after you've watched it, oh, that's bullshit and I don't like it, great, but at least you've tried it. Don't, at least for one reason, you just for one moment in time, you can actually watch. Oh no, man! 10 minutes. Oh, I'm getting a TV fitted in my room, a brand new one. My mum's fighting with me. She's like, "No, now." Welsh Rose, will you contact me on Facebook? Because I didn't. I wanted to know if you wanted to come up and do, jump on my panel, and we can. I don't know if we can cross-channel promote or whatever, but we can do something. Congratulations. My mom's so funny. And she's the funniest person going. I says to her there, I says, no, give me 10 minutes. She's no, now. She's very demanding, very, very, very demanding lady. But I love her very dearly. She's an absolute legend. Screaming at me, no, no. I'll get her to come in and say hello anyway before I go. I need to go, but yes, Welsh Rose, contact me on Facebook, darling. I am my name it's Colin Sean. I don't know if you're in the group called Justice for Dre McRae, but if you go into that group and have a look, I am one of the admin of that group, and that's the account what everyone can get me on. I know my mum's Slash, isn't she? She's an absolute legend. I love her loads. Instead of being over YouTube, she should be on her mum's side. I've been suffering like, yep, totally agree with that. So yeah, I was wondering if me and Welsh Rose, because I want to help Rose get her channel off the ground, right? Because I know how hard it is, right? And I know how hard it is to start from nowhere. So if me and you can do something, sweetheart, and then we can promote your channel at the same time and hopefully get some people in from different sides, that would be amazing. Right, I'm going to go now, and I'll pop back on later on. Can you hear them? They're here with the TV. They're like outside my room, ready to burst in now. Oh, she is funny. But she wants the telly on the wall today because I've moved into a different room, you see. And she's more bothered than me that I haven't got a TV on the wall, bless her. She's a lovely woman. She really is. So, Welsh Rose, will you contact me? Ellie, thank you for Clay, my legends, thank you for being here. I love you all. Have a wicked Sunday. I have been called by the mother. I need to go. Take care.